Hi guys, how you doing? I won't be making videos going forward. I have one more video that I'm gonna make, but that's in a month. All of January, I'm gonna do a juice fast, and I'll put my before and after pictures because I've put on a lot of weight. Obviously, I can't move about too much, and I've been eating junk December, and it just eating junk. And when you're stressed, you can't fit eating it. You know what I mean? When you got all sorts of stresses in life, you want that chocolate just to make you feel good for a bit. Then you want another one chocolate after 2 hours. You want it nice, heavy munch just to feel good, something to look forward to. Those who know what I'm on about, they know what I'm on about, innit? That brings me to the topic of this video. So before I start making videos, one of my mates, who's a doctor, and he just said, "Look, man, you talk about mental health issues in our community because it's a big problem because loads of things keep a lot of things to themselves, and they do suicide and stuff, and then people go quiet until 2 years later another thing does suicide. So mental health is a real thing, Social media will see people acting out, and it's a call for help, and you can see the signs. So my experience with mental health, when I look at my childhood, even though we come from a rough, tough council estate, single parent, rough area, I never ever felt new mental health or felt any depression. The first time I felt depression was about 11 years ago, and that was after being involved in the band for a long time. And the reason why that got to me, the band got to me, is like we was fighting our own people because they were the militia, they were the Masons, they were the sexual predators. And I'm like, when you're not into Sikhi, you think everything is safe, everything is like got the vision of Guru Gobind Singh Ji. And then it just comes as a complete shock. And the type of scandals and the type of betrayal, jealousy, all sorts of stuff. And you're just working against your own people. So you think you're joining this band to fight for humanity and sort out external matters and dusts and stuff like that, evildoers. And you realize like the Khalsa, what it's meant to be, what Guru Gobind Singh made of what it really is in reality, it kills you, man. And it might not kill too many people because they're not too attached, but I gave up my life for it, man. You know what I mean? I was in every god all across the countries, unis, this and that, missions. Them times there's only a handful of people that you knew were on it. You know what I mean? And if something went down somewhere, you knew it can only be 5 certain groups. You know what I mean? Certain stuff. So I was doing the Pajar, we was doing the Alpha G, we was doing the cases, this, that. It was tiring, and then you're fighting your own people all the time. It was just like it's crazy. I had a breakdown, man. I couldn't enter a Godora for 2 years. You just develop some sort of phobia. Like, obviously, I always done a bit of Simran and never stopped that. It's not that you hate the Guru or God, well, the community, man, puts you off in it. So that's the first time I experienced depression. But I just felt down and sad. But I kind of just bought a Nintendo GameCube, listened to music again, and holy just reconnecting. One of my mates, Simi, she used to live in East London. She's like, we used to go cinema, fun fair, just like, then I met my missus. So it didn't last too long. You know what I mean? Lasted about 6 months. I didn't go on a medication, I think. I started training, started jogging. I felt better again. I was all right. And that was the first time I experienced it, but it wasn't too tough. But I knew that sometimes your mind can feel depressed. So that was the first time. Before that, when mans used to tell me, oh, they're depressed, they said, oh, like, what the hell? What are you on about, man? Get up, be strong. What are you on about? How can a banda get depressed, man? What the hell are you on about? What is this depression thing? Even when I was younger, I used to go into pubs and stuff, and someone says depressed, acting up. You say, oh man, you just need to get laid, or you should have gone punch someone, have a fight. What are you on about? You know what I mean? You just ain't got a girlfriend, stuff like that. But the mind, man, when you go through it, like recently, when I went through it with my legs, man, I went through it severely. I know I'd done a suicide attempt. I went on antidepressants for a bit. Obviously, normally when last time I treated my depression was through exercise, and this time I can't exercise. So exercise is a great cure, and talking therapy, but there's also loads of other therapies. The NHS mental health was crap. It made me worse. I found it patronizing. They didn't understand where I come from. They didn't show compassion. They were just they were pushing you to work, do this, do that. It was just, they made me much worse. I had anxiety and stuff, and I had panic attacks and stuff like this. So mental health is something that you can only really understand when you go through it. Or as people are going through mental health daily, and you just don't get that person. Like, I've gone through my own mental health, but there might be people that are going through worse mental health than me. I won't get them. So all our community says, be strong, sing ya, chardi kala, do your part, chardi kala. Part may be the answer, it's true. Yeah, corporate exercise and stuff and sangat and that, yeah. But when you're so down, sometimes some people hate God. Like, why did God do this to me? Why did this? So you need certain therapies. People need to get educated into mental health, to start off with walks, changing the diet, compassion, hear them out. Don't say, be strong, sing, man, sabalak, man. It's not that simple, guys. It's just really not that simple. And this is why boys can't talk to other things about their mental health. What are you on about? I used to be one of them guys until I went through it. So I'm telling you, until you don't go through it, you won't understand me. You're going to be thinking, hey, he's Bargle chatting this video. But I'm telling you, when someone that you know is going through mental health, listen to them. Don't just say, be strong. To listen to them, say, let's keep trying, let's keep pushing, come and take a few steps, let's do this, come on, let's do that. Don't patronize them, don't belittle them, don't say you're weak, be strong. Don't say everything's chardi kala, because it's not always chardi kala in life, you know what I mean? I know things meant to be chardi kala, but when your mind ain't working right, and your hormones are imbalanced, and you're stuck in flight or fight, you ain't thinking right, your mind ain't working right. So when your mind ain't working right, it's hard to get encouraged. You feel like the people are patronizing you. My mom used to say, "Part karya kar, part karya kar." I used to get so angry. I used to get angry, like, even though she's saying the right thing, I'll do part when I want, and God's not helping me and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? It takes time to accept hukum, especially when it's life-changing circumstances. It takes time. Naturally, you blame God, or naturally, you blame somebody else for your problems. But it all comes down to karma, no? That's what most of this comes down to: karma, bad lifestyle choices, not going through stuff. But yeah, so I do think like people with mental health need to tell their stories, so the rest of the community understands all what's going on. And yeah, I'll put my juicing video up, so I hope that could help with any mental health stuff. I would say if you got mental health, come and speak to me, but I've got to look after number one now. There's many organizations that do it. If you do have mental health, I could put you in touch with the right people. You know what I mean? And send you the right way, and you know what I mean. There's tapping therapy. There's all sorts of therapies. I'm connected to all them people. I've got people in my family that do this sort of stuff, and if you know me, I can get you a discount in a lot of places. That's about it. And but you do need therapy and exercise. Holy Simran, try it. It was 2 minutes a day. Start with walking and talking therapy. And there's a lot more therapy. Deep therapy is hypnotherapy. That my mate, he does hypnotherapy. I had trauma, when I had my breakup, when certain things were said to me in my past. That trauma was still there. Totally rewired it. I'll give you an example. So once someone said something about my legs to me, it really got to me. So my mate made me picture that moment when the person said it, took it back forward. Then he played clown music. So clown music is naturally a happy doolally, innit? Happy. And he said, while you listen to this music, keep going back and forth with that memory. And after, he goes, how does that memory feel now? And it's like, it numbed the pain, man. I can't access it. And even all the trauma I've been going with all these little beefs and dirty stuff, like why people blame me, it's not me, this and that. He zapped it all out of me, man. It's like that tension, that pain, that hypnotherapy. If you know, it's not like the TV ding ding ding, go and kill, and that. It's rewiring the brain. There's tricks, there's how certain things, mechanisms the brain works. So they've just worked it out and they trick it into how trauma's caused. They can uncause the trauma. Everyone's going to have some sort of trauma. No one's going to be trauma free forever, but it's about band-aids, plastering it, rewiring it, numbing that sensations down. And you can numb it to such a level where eventually it could be non-existent. Blast it, zap it away. So if you need help in any hypnotherapy and that, just let me know. I've got a good link, a good person that will take care of you. Take care, guys.